Hey YouTube, this is PrimetimePokemon. In this video, I'll be reviewing and ranking all 7 full art trainer cards from the Lost Thunder expansion. Now this video is geared towards the competitive scene and the standard format. I have done videos just like this for GX and Prism Star cards from Lost Thunder. Make sure to check out those videos if you have not already. So full art trainer cards are very tough to pull from packs. Full art cards overall are about 1 to 3 per booster box. Of course, the value of these cards usually reflect how good they are in the competitive scene, and this list is no different. So to kick off this list, the 7th best, or really the worst full art trainer from the Lost Thunder expansion, would be Whitney. This is a supporter that says, draw a card, then draw 2 cards for each other Whitney in your discard pile. So first off, drawing 2 cards isn't very useful. There are much better supporter cards out there and abilities on Pokemon that allow you to draw more than 2 cards into your hand. Plus, this card is really only beneficial if you have more than 1 Whitney in your deck. So you're really not going to ever really want to use this Whitney in a deck. I would highly recommend using something like Zebstrika from this expansion, or Rangaroo from Sun and Moon base set, and then of course something like Cynthia or Lily. The 6th best full art trainer from Lost Thunder would be Kahili. This is another supporter that says, draw 2 cards, then flip a coin. If heads, if you play this Kahili from your hand, put this card into your hand instead of the discard pile. If you have no cards in your deck, you can't play this card. So this card is very similar to Whitney in that it allows you to draw 2 cards. You can reuse this Kahili, but again, there are much better draw supporters out there than Whitney and Kahili. And value-wise, these cards are worth very little, even though they are tough to pull from packs. The 5th best full art trainer in Lost Thunder would be Morty. Now this is one of my favorite looking full art trainers. It is a supporter that says, you can play this card only if one of your psychic Pokemon was knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Your opponent reveals their hand, choose 2 cards you find there. Your opponent shuffles those cards into their deck. Now there are lots of popular psychic type decks out there, including things like Malamar, as well as Giratina. So Morty can definitely see some run. This is just more of a specific supporter card only for psychic type Pokemon, but it is much better than Whitney and Kahili. The 4th best full art trainer in Lost Thunder would be Faba. This is another supporter that says, choose a Pokemon tool or a special energy card attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon or any stadium card in play and put it into the Lost Zone. So this is even better than something like Enhanced Hammer or Crushing Hammer, for example, in that it moves what card you choose to the Lost Zone. So there is no way for your opponent to be able to retrieve whatever you move to the Lost Zone and put it back into their deck or back into their hand. So tool cards, things like Choice Band, even Choice Helmet, which is from Lost Thunder, and then special energy like a double colorless energy, a rainbow energy, or something like a super boost energy. So this card is very useful. Getting into the top 3 now, and other than Kahili and Whitney, all 5 of these full art trainer cards are fairly useful. The 3rd best full art trainer from Lost Thunder would be Mina, and this is a great supporter to use in a fairy type deck. It says, search your deck for a fairy energy card and attach it to one of your Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. So essentially, this accelerates fairy energy into play. You can utilize this card with something like Gardevoir GX. Its ability already allows you to attach a fairy energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon. So essentially, if you use the ability on Gardevoir GX Mina and then have another fairy energy in your hand, you can attach 3 energy in 1 turn and do major damage with Gardevoir GX, for example. This is also useful with Granbull from Lost Thunder. It only requires 1 fairy energy to do 160 damage. Getting into the top 2 now, And again, I really do like the looks of these full art trainer cards. The second best full art trainer, in my opinion, would be Judge. Now, Judge was a lot more popular a few sets ago, but this is a supporter that says each player shuffles their hand into their deck and draws 4 cards. The reason this card isn't as useful right now is because of the popularity of Marshadow, which has an ability called Let Loose that does this exact same thing. So you could let loose and then draw into another supporter like a Cynthia and just use a supporter like that. But Judge is very useful still. A lot of decks play Alolan Vulpix or Sylveon GX, getting cards into your opponent's hand that they want, so you can then use Judge the following turn and set back your opponent a couple of turns. So in my opinion, the best full art trainer from the Lost Thunder expansion would be Professor Elm's Lecture. This is also one of the best looking full art trainer cards in the set. It features one of my favorite basic starter Pokemon in Totodile. This is also essential in Lost Marsh decks. It is a supporter that says, search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon with 60 HP or less, reveal them and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. So this is essential for getting Hop and Skiploom into your hand. And what I like about this card is that it doesn't specify it has to be a basic Pokemon. So then you can go and get Skiploom, which is a stage 1, which also has 60 HP or less. With so many evolution Pokemon being popular right now, this is a great supporter overall. You can use it to go and get things like Zorua or Rowlet, Alolan Vulpix. There are just a lot of Pokemon with 60 HP or less. So there's a look at all 7 full art trainer cards from Lost Thunder. On the screen you can see my list and rankings again. Again, this just is my opinion. If your thoughts differ from mine, please let me know in the comment section of this video. And when it comes to the rankings again, 1 through 5 are all better than 6 and 7 in this list. So there you have it. Thanks everyone for watching. As always, before you go, make sure to check out all the links in the description of this video, including links to my blog, Facebook, and Twitter pages. So thanks everyone for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.